Here with some perspective, senior political analyst Brit Hume. Good evening, Brit. Your thoughts on all of this today?
Well, it was pretty striking and sudden. It's true, of course, that he was expected to retire within a matter of months, but not necessarily today. And of course, the sequence of events raises questions. Here you have this, this staff memo compendium that the Republican staff on the House Intelligence Committee put together. Andrew McCabe's boss, Mr. Wray, goes up to Capitol Hill to look at it, and the next day, McCabe is forced out. Now, that may just be a coincidence, but I think, we'd all be justified in suspecting that something in that document alarmed Christopher Wray, and he gave the word to McCabe that, buddy, you better get out of here before this hits. So we'll see, and of course we await, as Catherine Harris is reporting, the decision on whether to publicly release that document immediately or after the White House weighs in on it. We'll see. The president obviously has been favorably disposed toward it.
Here's what Democrats say pretty much in unison, and that is all of this is designed as a distraction away from the Mueller investigation into Russian collusion and wherever Mueller goes. And two, that they say it's striking that an administration is taking such strikes and swipes at the FBI that had been largely respected for decades. That's what Democrats say up on Capitol Hill.
They certainly do, Brett, and if it turns out that there's nothing whatever to these suggestions that there's been improper conduct by the FBI and perhaps officials at Maine Justice during the course of these investigations, the one into Hillary Clinton's campaign and the one into Donald Trump and his campaign, then we'll all say, well, that was an unfair hit the FBI took. But we don't know that yet. And there certainly has been enough smoke in the form of these highly partisan anti-Trump text messages that we've seen from top justice and FBI investigators to make us wonder about it. What's more, there's no reason that two investigations can't go forward simultaneously. There's no reason to think that any of this is going to derail the Mueller investigation. So my feeling about that is for people to say it's a distraction and it's damaging suggests that, the American people cannot contemplate two investigations at once. I think that's nonsense.
Right. And for someone like a former federal prosecutor like Trey Gowdy to say that he's very concerned about what he's seen obviously raises a lot of eyebrows up there.
It does, and Trey Gowdy's a guy that's been pretty responsible on this. Obviously, he's a Republican, no doubt about that, and he has partisan objectives, perhaps. But look, it was Trey Gowdy that apparently talked Devin Nunes into having the FBI director come up to examine that memo ahead of time. And Nunes and his team there are being pretty careful about this. I mean, they didn't just do what we might have expected to happen, which is for the document to be leaked. They're going through the House's formal process for declassification of material, which I think is responsible. So there's some reason to take what's in that document seriously, I would think.
We will see what happens tonight. Britt, as always, thank you.
Thank you, Brett.